Welcome to New Stripe City, a YouTube channel for die-hard Bengals fans. I'm your host, Ace Boogie, and if you haven't subscribed, be sure to subscribe. Be sure to like this video. This is going to be me discussing the keys to victory for the Bengals. I just wanted to kind of start a new kind of video for you guys, and I'm just going to review some key things that I think need to happen for the Bengals to get a win over Miami. Number one, it starts with Vontaze Burfict, right? His impact on this defense is going to be extremely important. The Bengals have one of the worst defenses in the NFL statistically. I don't think talent-wise they do, but statistically they haven't been able to stop anybody. Vontaze Burfict is going to be a key point to them stopping the Dolphins' offense, just his impact. Secondly, I think that the offensive line, primarily Cordy Glenn, needs to play better. He's going to be matched up against Robert Quinn, so that's going to be a tough matchup for him. So the Bengals, their offensive line has to keep this talented Dolphins defensive line from up out of the backfield, and they have to keep Andy Dalton safe and clean. And that means if Cameron Wake is out, focusing all of that on Robert Quinn. They traded for Robert Quinn this offseason. He came in replacing Ndamukong Suh. So in order for this Bengals offense to be effective, they have to concentrate on, if Cameron Wake is out, they have to concentrate on making sure that Robert Quinn is out of the backfield and isn't making plays, because if that happens, then it could be a long day for the offense. And this is a guy that can impact that offensive line in a negative fashion. So be sure to make sure him and Godshaw don't end up being a threat. Kenny Stills. This is a guy that scares me. He's a very good deep threat. The Bengals secondary has struggled, so they need to make sure that they keep these Dolphins receivers at bay. Kenny Stills is better than you think that he is. They need to keep him at bay. And also Albert Wilson, another guy that scares me. He's crazy athletic, and athletic receivers have done the Bengals in. You think back just to Calvin Ridley. He had 2 touchdowns the previous week. This can't be an area where the Bengals are susceptible to the long pass. The Bengals have some injuries, and with John Ross out, another key is that these young receivers are going to have to step up. When John Ross went out last week, the young receivers came in and they didn't really make an impact. Josh Malone has received some opportunities and he has not seized the day when it comes to that, but they're going to need him and guys like Auden Tate to step it up tomorrow. Even Cody Core. I think these guys just have to be there for Andy Dalton tomorrow, no matter who's there. And I think next, the key thing is to stop Kenyon Drake. He's struggled this season, but the Bengals have struggled against the run. This can't be a game where they give him the opportunity to break out, and if they want any kind of chance of being in this game, they need to ground the Miami running game. Not only Drake, but Frank Gore as well. But that is definitely key. They haven't been able to stop the running game, and they can't let Drake bust one on them for a large game. And the last but not least, AJ has the win against Xavier Howard. That's definitely key. They had a pretty good matchup last time, but Xavier's having a good season, and AJ has to win that, especially with John Ross out. But as usual, I'll leave you guys with a who day, all day, every day, and especially on Sunday.